Passing and being passed. Before passing, you must decide whether it makes sense under the existing road, traffic, and weather conditions. You should be patient and wait until the time is right. Collisions that result from improper passing can be deadly. Passing, when is it allowed? What is passing? Passing is the process of moving lanes and accelerating past a vehicle in front of you. Where can I pass? You can pass when the situation and location allows for it. One dashed white line separates lanes going in same direction and passing is allowed. Two dashed yellow line separates lanes going in opposite directions and passing is allowed when yielding to oncoming traffic and conditions are safe. In Texas, a driver can drive on an improved shoulder to the right of the roadway if it is necessary and safe to do so, but only to stop, stand, or park. To accelerate before entering the main traveled lane of traffic. To decelerate before making a right turn. To know how to change lanes. Signal, you must make your intentions clear to other drivers on the roadway. Use your blinker signal to display your intentions prior to changing lanes. Mirror, you must check your rear and side mirrors prior to changing to lanes. Checking your mirrors gives you visual information as to whether it is safe to change lanes. Over the shoulder, checking your blind spot prior after checking your mirrors makes sure that it's completely safe to change lanes. Go once mirrors, blind spot, and all other conditions signify it's safe, you simply execute the maneuver in changing lanes. Passing on the left safely. Evaluate. 1. Is passing permitted? 2. Check the situation all around your vehicle. Yield to oncoming traffic. 3. Check your mirrors and left blind spot. Prepare. 1. Activate the left turn signal. 2. Alert the driver ahead, honk or flash high beams. 3. Accelerate to get a running start. 4. Recheck the situation ahead of and behind your vehicle. Execute. 1. Target and steer into passing lane, change lanes to the left. 2. Firmly maintain speed while moving by the vehicle. 3. Make sure you can see both front tires of the vehicle you have just passed in your rearview mirror. 4. Activate the right turn signal. 5. Check the right blind spot. 6. Target and steer into the right lane, lane change right. 7. Cancel the turn signal. 8. Maintain speed until you have a safe space cushion behind your vehicle, then ease off the accelerator. Return to normal cruising speed. Passing on the right safely. In Texas and many other states, you may pass on the right. You may pass on the right only under conditions permitting such movement without conflict and in complete safety. You may pass. 1. When the road is clear of parked vehicles or other hazards and is wide enough for 2 or more lanes in each direction. 2. When you are on a one-way street. 3. Using the paved shoulder when the vehicle you are passing is stopped on the main traveled roadway, disabled on the main roadway, or preparing to make a left turn. Being passed. When being passed, monitor passing vehicle's position. Move to lane position 3 to increase space cushion. Do not increase speed, decelerate if necessary. Once passed, create space ahead and behind. When a vehicle passes you, you should 1. Refrain from increasing your speed. 2. Stay in your lane. 3. Move to the right as far as you can when the lanes are not marked. 4. Make it as safe as you can for the other driver to pass you. When not to pass. Passing is prohibited in the following situations. 1. A solid yellow line is present when passing on the left. 2. A no passing zone sign is posted. 3. Approaching a hill or curve where vision is obstructed. 4. Your view is obstructed within 100 feet of a bridge, viaduct, or tunnel. 5. When you are within 100 feet of an intersection or railroad crossing. 6. Oncoming traffic is too close. 7. You can nod ahead clearly. How to pass video.
This road is getting awfully narrow.
You got a bicyclist up ahead, too.
And a big truck coming towards us. This is going to be a tight squeeze.
Your margin for error is pretty small here. Safest thing to do is deal with them one at a time.
How do I do that?
Just ease up off the gas and slow down a bit. That way the truck will pass you first before you get to the bicyclist. Then you can move to the left to give the bicyclist more room, but stay in your own lane.
That worked well. But now there's kids on one side and cars on the other. No way to avoid this.
Now split the difference. Steer a middle course between the two. But kids pose the greater danger. You don't know when they might make a sudden move. So slow down and give them a little more room.
Now we're stuck behind a truck. He's going awfully slow.
Do you see the orange triangle? That indicates a slow-moving vehicle. He's probably going as fast as he can.
Maybe if I honk, he'll pull over.
Not a good idea. It's only legal to use your horn to avoid an accident.
Do I have enough room to pass?
Passing is very dangerous. You need at least 1/3 of a mile visibility. If you can't see that far, always assume another car is coming. A slow-moving vehicle must pull over at the first available turnout if 5 or more cars are behind it. If you have any doubt about passing, it's best to wait. If you know there's enough space, make sure you signal, look in your mirrors and over your shoulder before you pass. And make sure there's enough space between you and the car you passed before you return to your lane. When you can see both headlights of the car behind you in your mirror, then there's enough room to pull back over.
Turns 7 steps to performing a good turn. 1. Make up your mind before you get to the turning point. Never make a last-minute turn. It is too dangerous. 2. Look behind and to the both sides to see where other vehicles may be before you change lanes. 3. Move into the proper lane as soon as possible. The faster the traffic is moving, the sooner you should move into the proper lane. If you cannot get into the lane at least 1/2 block prior to the turn, you should not turn, but continue straight ahead. 4. Give the proper turn signal at least 100 feet prior to the turning movement. If you use a hand signal, not visible at night, hold it until you are close enough to the intersection for others to know what you intend to do. Communication. Do not hold the signal while making the turn. You need both hands to turn the wheel. 5. Slow down to a reasonable turning speed, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Do not use the brake or clutch while actually turning. 6. Make the turn correctly. This will be easy if you are in the proper lane and proceeding slowly enough at the time you begin to turn. 7. Finish the turn in the proper lane. Watch for pavement markings or signs permitting turns from or into 2 or more traffic lanes or giving other special turning or lane information. Right turns. Evaluate. 1. Is a right turn permitted? 2. Search the intersection. 3. Check the rearview mirrors. 4. Check your right blind spot. For cyclists, motorcycles, etc., prepare. 1. Activate the right turn signal. 2. Tap the brake, check the rearview mirror, and then reduce speed. 3. Research the intersection. 4. Recheck mirrors and blind spot. 5. Move to the right in your lane. Execute. 1. Check that the front wheels reach the curve of the curb. 2. Look through the turn. Target the intended path of travel. 3. Release the brake. 4. Steer quickly using hand-over-hand steering. Follow intended path. 5. Target ahead in the right lane. Left turns. Evaluate. 1. Is a left turn permitted? Signs, signals, and pavement markings. 2. Search the intersection. 3. Check the rearview mirror. 4. Check left blind spot. Prepare. 1. Activate the left turn signal. 2. Tap the brake, then reduce speed smoothly. 3. Advance until your vehicle nears the center of the intersection. 4. Stop with the front tires straight if pedestrians or oncoming traffic is impeding the turn. 5. Check mirrors and blind spot. Execute. 1. Target the center of the intended lane. 2. Release the brake pedal. 3. Steer quickly using hand over hand. 4. Accelerate smoothly. 5. Target your intended path. 6. Straighten the steering wheel. Turns video.
What should I do for this right turn?
First, use your signal and start to slow down. Look over your right shoulder for bicycles or motorcycles, and then move into the bike lane when it's clear. Scan to the left and right, then make your turn when it's safe. On left turns, signal, look over your left shoulder, and move into the left center turn lane first, if there is one. Then, make your turn when it's safe. If only one lane can turn left in your direction, you can choose any lane to end your turn in. If there are 2 or more designated turn lanes, then stay in the lane you started in. For right turns, stay in the lane you start in, whether there's 1 or more designated turn lanes.
Oops, I missed the turn.
Not a problem. Let's make a U-turn.
Okay. I'm never sure when that's legal.
There's a few do's and don'ts. Make sure you have good visibility to see traffic ahead of you. In residential areas or where signs are posted, you can make a U-turn anytime it's safe. Business districts and divided highways require you to be a little more selective. U-turns are okay in these areas as long as there's an intersection or a place to turn and no signs prohibit. In addition to places that are posted for no U-turns, it's also illegal to make a U-turn whenever you'd have to cross a curb, a strip of land, double lines, or when you're in front of a fire station.
Left turn video.
Alright, now this is going to be a left turn video.
Here are some common mistakes when making left turns. Advancing when light is green but not yielding to oncoming traffic will result in a collision if there's an oncoming vehicle. Advancing when light is green but failing to shoulder check for pedestrians at the crosswalk, which results in a situation of failing to yield to pedestrians and oncoming vehicles. Turning too wide as a result of excessive speed may cause a collision. Also, a potential hazard is created by drivers who accelerate towards the intersection to beat a flashing hand signal. At a high speed, the vehicle is unable to turn into the left lane. Instead, it enters into the right lane, forcing the other vehicle to take evasive actions. Turning left at the same time as a right-turning vehicle is turning into the adjacent lane. This situation creates crash potential. A large vehicle waiting to make a left turn from the opposite side may obstruct your view of oncoming vehicles. Taking a risk and turning left while unsure of oncoming traffic may result in a collision. Finally, following another vehicle into the intersection is not permitted. Only one vehicle should advance into the intersection at a time. The correct approach to make a left turn with a dedicated left turn lane is to enter dedicated left turn lane as soon as possible. Observe signals and shoulder check. If the traffic signal shows an arrow indicated turn, proceed when arrow is green. If there's no arrow, advance into the intersection, keeping vehicle wheels straight, yield to oncoming vehicles and pedestrians at crosswalks, and then proceed when safe into the left lane. The correct approach to make a left turn without a dedicated left turn lane is to wait for the green light in the left lane. When light is green, advance into the intersection, keeping vehicle wheels straight, and proceed when oncoming vehicles have cleared the intersection and pedestrians have cleared the crosswalk.
Parking. Not all crashes occur while vehicles are being driven. An improperly parked vehicle may become a runaway and cause a collision. You must act responsibility at all times, including when you park your vehicle and while your vehicle is parked, even though you are not in your vehicle. You must decide where to park in compliance with parking control signs, meters, fire hydrants, etc. When parking at the curb, your vehicle must be within 18 inches of the nearest curb. Prohibited parking. Please look on page 4.7 of your textbook for a complete list of prohibited parking. However, here is the most common. Prohibited parking. A vehicle shall not be parked except if necessary to avoid conflict with other traffic, in a compliance with the law, or the directions of the police officer or traffic control device, in any of the following places. 1. On sidewalk. 2. In front of public or private driveway. 3. Within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. T. For on a crosswalk or within 20 feet of a crosswalk. 5. Within 15 feet of an intersection. 6. Within 30 feet of a traffic control sign or signal, stop sign, traffic light, etc. 7. Within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Parking on a hill. Parking uphill with a curb, you must turn your wheels to the left. Parking uphill with no curb, you must turn your wheels to the right. Parking downhill, regardless of curb, you must turn your wheels to the right. Speed and speed limits. All drivers are required to obey posted maximum and minimum speed limits, which are designed to provide for the orderly flow of traffic under ideal driving conditions. When any of these conditions change, you must adapt your speed to reduce risk and avoid collisions. Entering the freeway. Entering the freeway. 1. You must yield to traffic already on the freeway. 2. Enter the accelerating lane. 3. Turn on left turn signal. 4. Increase your speed so you can merge with the flow of traffic. Freeway driving. Driving the freeway. 1. If driving slower than the flow of traffic, stay in right lane. 2. Use left-hand lane to pass other drivers. 3. Keep at least a 4 to 6 second following distance between you and the car in front of you. Use more time if conditions are adverse. 4. You must make sure to drive the speed minimum when conditions are ideal, 45 miles per hour on Texas freeways and interstates, unless otherwise posted. 5. Cooperate with other drivers. Adjust your speed to assist others entering the freeway to keep. Exiting the freeway. Exiting the freeway. 1. Know which exit you wish to use. 2. Give yourself at least 1,000 yards to enter the correct lane to prepare for exit. 3. Pay attention to exit speed limits and suggestions. 4. Slow your vehicle as you enter exit lane to proper exit speed limits. 5. Continue to slow as you near the feeder road and keep checking your speedometer to make sure you are at the proper speed for the feeder road. Highway hypnosis. Highway hypnosis. A condition of drowsiness can be brought about by reduced activity and steady sounds of wind, engine, and tire hum. How to overcome high hypnosis. Stop and rest regularly every 2 hours or 100 miles. Do not drive more than 8 hours per day. Force your eyes to search near and far, left and right, and in the rearview mirror. Read the road signs and keep your mind actively engaged in driving.